And it is a cold, dry night across Indy after some flurries earlier in the day. And despite the cold, it was a busy night downtown. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Come on in. I'm Felicia Lawrence in for Scott Swan, and Rob is in for Angela. And Rob, it is going to be a cool finish to this holiday week.
I'd say it's going to be a very cold finish for sure. I mean, temperatures are continuing to drop. We're already down into the teens for some locations. The good news is most of the snow that was a problem out there earlier in the day that did lead to some accidents on the interstates, most of those are winding down. There are still a few areas of some of those flurries or snow showers. We should wrap that up over the next couple of hours or so, and then it just becomes a temperature forecast through the overnight and into tomorrow. Yes, we're now down into the teens, officially at 19 in Indy. Same thing for Greencastle, Kokomo, you're at 18, but still a few 20s hanging on. The winds are still breezy, enough that it feels like it's now into the single digits. 9 is what it feels like outside in Indianapolis, 6 for Kokomo, but it still feels like 16 in Bedford. Now, those will cool down even more overnight, but I got to tell you, the start of this model, you saw that the temperatures jumped up there a little bit for the wind chill. It's because the model is actually overdoing, I think, the wind chill. In other words, it's a little bit warmer than what it really is. So it has us by 9 or by 7:30 at 9 degrees. I think we're going to feel much colder than that for tomorrow morning before things improve as we get into the afternoon. Your forecast for tomorrow, actual air temperatures will stay into the 20s, and then we have to talk about this. Yes, there is another chance for snow in the forecast. I'll outline this next system that will lead to some accumulation for Saturday evening, especially if you're heading down to Bloomington tomorrow. I'll have that for you coming up.
All right. Thank you so much, Rob. We'll check back in. And tonight, downtown Indy officially kicked off the holiday season after lighting the Soldiers and Sailors Monument. 13 News broadcasted the show live. I was there alongside Jalea Brooks, Chuck Lofton, and countless production staff helping flip the switch. And Logan Gay spoke with the members of the crowd about their favorite part of tonight's show. She joins us live in studio. And Logan, can you fill us in on what everybody had to say?
Well, Felicia, the people I spoke with says WTHR and Downtown Indy Inc. really know how to put on a show. For 60 plus years, tens of thousands of people have gathered on Monument Circle for Indy's most time-honored holiday tradition, the Circle of Lights. This was Danny Salas's first time going to the event. She recently moved here from Florida. She says the cold temperatures didn't stop her from having a good time.
Once you got into the circle, it seemed like it wasn't as windy as here in the streets.
She says the show did not disappoint.
It was actually spectacular.
So spectacular, she says she's bringing the spirit home.
I'm ready to go home and put my Christmas tree up.
This was also Brandon Beatty's first time at the Circle of Lights. He came with his family from Pathway Recovery. He says there really wasn't a part of the show he didn't like.
The concert was great. The show, all of it was great. It had the cheerleaders, the mascots, the Grinch. The lights were fantastic.
Salah's favorite part was the singers and, of course, the lights.
It really got me in a jolly mood, especially with the songs they were singing. Their energetic, mood as well, the ambiance was cool as well. And the countdown where everybody just started counting down until the lights lit up.
Both say they can't wait to come back next year.
They did a good job. Indy always does a good job at what they do.
And with the help of countless volunteers and a little bit of Santa's magic, it'll stay that way. So tomorrow, Downtown Indy Inc. will debut Sparks Holiday on the Circle every Saturday and Sunday from 4 to 8 p.m. through December 22nd. It will feature themed musical performances and appearances from Santa Claus within the Northwest bollards of the Circle. So Felicia, there is one good thing about the cold, and that is that we got to see that beautiful red coat and that fabulous white suit. Now you look great.
You are so sweet. I appreciate it. It was so cold. I was warm in my coat, but it was just really fun. Santa Claus was out there. Once you got out there and got the energy and the vibe, that kind of warmed things up. All the lights and the festivities, it was fun.
Absolutely. We'll leave that red coat in the dressing room because I got places to go this weekend.
All right, it's a deal. I love you. All right, so if you missed our Circle of Lights broadcast, or you just want to relive that holiday magic one more time, or see the coat, no, I'm just kidding. You can find the performance in its entirety on WTHR Plus. It is available on Roku, Apple, and Amazon Fire. the Apple and Amazon Fire TV through the holidays. All right, on to more news. Santa's ride looked a little different today as he kicked off the holiday season at the Indiana State Museum. Mr. and Mrs. Claus got a ride in a helicopter for a special appearance that has become an annual holiday tradition. And some light flurries did not stop crowds from packing the streets for their chance to meet old Saint Nick. Santa and Mrs. Claus then walked around greeting those kids who waited for his arrival before heading inside to open Celebration Crossing. And today was the first of 2 straight days of football state championships at Lucas Oil Stadium. 2A, 4A, and 6A played their title games throughout the day. And the final game of the day just wrapped up under an hour ago in a heavyweight clash for the 6A state title between Westfield and Brownsburg. Dominic Miranda was there and has your highlights.
What an environment it was in downtown Indy for the 6A state championship. Brownsburg looking for its first title since 1985. Westfield looking to get back in the state championship conversation for the first time since 2016. This one lived up to the billing and then some. It was as full as it had been all day at Lucas Oil Stadium for this heavyweight clash. The best team in the state to be crowned.
Now where my dogs at? Where my dogs at?
As 6A state champ, both fan bases ready to rock, and Westfield got the party started. 2 4th-down conversions. A long drive capped off with this. Ball's on the deck. No, it's not. That's Deacon King just getting the ball across. It's 7-0 Rocks at the end of the opening frame. Second quarter action here. Westfield on top, 10-0 and in control of this one. Time for a Brownsburg response, and they get it in a big way. Oscar Fry sets up the screen. It's Kovan Sumter Bay. Watch the junior do the rest. 71 yards to Pater. Just like that, it's 10-7. We have ourselves a game. That'd be the score at the halftime break. Let's take it to the 4th quarter. Tied at 10. 4th down. Yeshua Stevens up top. Brandon Sharp, what a catch. Gets his foot down. What a play. Bulldogs up 16-10 with 9 to go in the 4th after the missed PAT. Just moments later, Westfield punting, and this was a massive play. You gotta be kidding me. Jameer Pendleton, the block, the scoop, the score. It's 22-10 Brownsburg in the blink of an eye. The Rocks, though, they would respond on the ensuing drive and quickly. Deacon King pushes it across to get in. Then this was the play. 7 seconds to go. Same score. Westfield one last chance at the end zone. This is how it played out. And Brownsburg, for the first time in 39 years, are state champions. 22-17 your final in an absolute classic. It's hard to describe what we just witnessed at Lucas Oil Stadium. Both teams with excellent seasons, either team worthy of being a state champion, but it's Brownsburg getting it done for the first time since 1985, and I can promise you these fans and these players won't forget this one anytime soon. We'll be back here tomorrow for 1A, 3A, and 5A. Stick with us here on Channel 13. For now, Dominic Miranda here at Lucas Oil Stadium.
All right, and thanks for taking us there, Dom. And a game it was earlier in the day. Today, New Pal and East Noble squared off for the 4A state title, and it was a big day for New Pal. The Dragons dominated in this football game, beating the Knights 56-26 for its first state championship since 2019. And it's the school's 4th ever state title, all of which have come under head coach Kyle Ralph. Junior running back Josh Raines had 4 touchdowns on the day, and Coach Ralph had this to say after the win.
You know, you got to have luck, you got to have skill, you got to have, good coaches, you got to have full buy-in. So these things don't happen by accident. It's a really good East Noble team, and we've been pushed this entire playoff run. So it takes a lot of things going your direction, and it just takes a lot of resilience and grit from your players. So I'm really proud of our staff, and I'm proud of our boys.
As you should be. Awesome. New Pal completes the perfect season, finishing 14-0. And tonight, a mother and her child are safe after a reported kidnapping. Earlier today, we reported that officers were looking for a 25-year-old woman and her 7-year-old daughter. And some great news here. Police are saying that they have been found safe. And tonight, a child is in the hospital after a shooting on the east side of Indy. It happened just after 1 this afternoon on the 5200 block of 21st Street near Emerson Ave. Officers say when they arrived on the scene, they found a child who had been shot. The victim was taken to a hospital nearby. Their condition is unknown at this hour. And tonight, 3 teenagers are under arrest facing several charges in connection with a shooting and a robbery over the summer. The teens were arrested in 3 different areas across Indianapolis. Police say the 16-year-olds robbed a girl while one of them shot the boy she was with at an Arco gas station near 10th and Rural in May. And tonight, the teens are facing multiple charges, including armed robbery, aggravated battery, and one is facing dangerous possession of a firearm, along with other charges. As of this hour, it is unclear whether any of the teens will be charged as adults.